moving on to like the challenges and VAR in terms of like the part it played in the game.
Yeah.
What I saw in our group chat, shout out to the Vatsos group chat, a pure disdain and hate from all fans, with Arsenal, United, Chelsea, whatever, all hating Spurs for what happened between Spurs and Liverpool. Is VAR creating, obviously there's already rivalry, you know, United fans don't like Arsenal fans, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Is VAR creating even more of a problem for like fans because now we're seeing so many crazy decisions being made, and I don't see people blaming refs. They're like, you're a cheating team. It's
Let me tell you something. I see someone wearing black or white, I'm triggered. I tell you something now. I tell you something now, cuz you're wearing black or white, bro, I'm triggered. Cause what Bruno Guimaraes was doing at the Emirates, we were Stone Cold Steve Austin, and bro,
Yeah, he was moving wild.
bro,
Still.
it's all about the game. Triple B in that, cause fam,
Yeah, he was moving nuts still.
he was moving crazy,
RK out of nowhere.
He was
bro.
moving
He's boxed Jorginho.
Sending off, 100% sending off.
I looked back and then he pushed Jorginho again, and said, "Get up."
But this isn't a VAR. That ain't a VAR issue though. That's a ref issue.
No, but VAR is
would
meant
have
to
to go back for violent
intervene
conduct.
with violent conduct.
That's
it's a
violent
VAR
conduct,
issue,
bro.
It's a VAR issue. Sorry.
Yeah, but isn't the problem? Yeah, this like VAR don't get me too heated because for me the problem is before VAR the refs still meant to see it.
Facts.
So
And for a lot of the ones in the game you're talking about, the ref did see.
Yeah.
so let me ask you this question. So obviously Ange Postecoglou came out and he basically just said, look, I've been told to always respect referees. Is what it is. Bad decisions are going against me. Bad decisions are going against
Shut
other
up,
managers. Is what
man.
it is, right?
Doing a lot. Shut up, man.
Should we be entering a phase where managers just be like, it is what it is?
You're asking someone to not be incensed at the fact that they've been robbed. Like the margins are so fine in the Premier League. Let me be very real.
Being
with
sacked and
you. Do you understand? Let me be very real.
relegated, winning the title.
Not to be that guy, but realistically, factually, Arsenal lost the league last season by 5 points. Let's be real. Okay, I can give you 2 games where
decisions didn't win against you.
went against us. Incorrect decisions with apologies where those games could have changed.
Yeah.
One, an offside for Brentford's goal, 1-1. One, Martinelli's goal was called for a foul at Old Trafford. But no matter what your decision is, your personal opinion is, they've apologized and said, actually, that should not have been, and the goal should have stood.
So
those 2 games, give you 5 points.
So wait,
do you understand?
let me ask you this question. So
Right.
if that's the case, I would say VAR for the larger part yesterday was correct in all the decisions that was being made or were being made. So I think the question to Ange wasn't necessary because I don't think anything happened that I would be like, oh, I felt hard done by here.
But can I say something to what you said? You see, with those 2 games, the problem with what you're saying is before VAR, those original decisions would have stood. Remember, before VAR, there's nothing to go back to. So if there was an offside, it's offside. To get the point I'm making, there's no VAR to refer to. So whatever the original decision is,
Yeah, but that's my point. When Martinelli scored, ref never called for a foul. It was VAR that brought it back for a foul.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and the other one was offside.
Was offside.
Okay, then so for one of the games,
Brentford
VAR interfered incorrectly, and the other one it would have stood. So you still would have lost the league.
Yeah, but those are only the 2 examples off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know,
Do you get what
but I'm saying most of the decisions managers and fans are mad about are ones that VAR don't intervene in or they don't correct.
Okay,
yeah.
And the problem with that is before VAR, those decisions would be what they are.
I hear you, but that's a thin line, and we're gonna get back to the thing. That's a thin line because I do believe that referees purposefully these days don't blow for things because they don't want to make the wrong decision and they want to wait on VAR to say something in their ear. I genuinely believe that.
I think if you look at
so it alters how someone's refereeing a game. It's almost like you don't believe in yourself anymore.
But then this is why. But then it's a double-edged sword, and we go around in circles. This is also why VAR doesn't interfere on things that we think they should interfere with, because they're saying we're not here to re-ref the game. If the ref has seen that decision and he doesn't think it's a foul or he doesn't think it's a red, but it's on the borderline and I'm going to look at it and I might think it is, I'm not re-reffing it. That's what us as fans and managers are mad about. So you can't have it both ways. You either have my man in Stockley Park just fully reffing the thing and saying, yo, you got that wrong, keep going back to the screen and looking, or you kind of make the ref do his thing where he knows he can't rely on VAR and he refs it and he's going to get things wrong.
So if we go, if we go back,
a problem as well then. But yeah,
I did a video on the Newcastle Arsenal thing with the balls clearly off the pitch. There were tackles on both sides that could have been red cards, but
that ball might not have been off though.
Nah, that ball's gone, bro. That ball's gone, bro.
Did you see Monday Night Football?
That ball's gone, bro.
Did you see Monday Night Football?
I don't care what Gary Neville says. That ball's gone. It's not about.
It's not about what. It's not about.
You're a waste man.
It's not about what. It's not about what he says.
Yeah.
It's about
what they're showing.
He showed it.
But what I'm saying is,
he showed the angle. He showed the angle with the ball on the line.
Same angle.
You can't
wasn't the angle that VAR had,
bro.
No. So I'm not talking about. So he. All right, boom. So just to be quickly, he had an angle from the top.
Yeah.
Pause. They don't. VAR don't have that angle.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. VAR don't have the angle. Yeah. He showed the angle with the ball on the line. Yeah, and then he's like kind of zoomed out. He had to basically show the angle that VAR did have.
Okay, even if it wasn't.
One it was on the line and one it wasn't.
Okay.
What he's saying is, VAR had that angle and they couldn't say for certain it was out. It was the exact same distance.
But you know the problem is
what?
He's doing that, and it's not in real time. And in real time, when that ball's gone out and then been dragged back in, and then they go and cross the ball and score, there's several different elements to it that are wrong. Because to be honest with you, when I've watched it back, like the actual game, and watched what's happened, the ball's gone.
It does look like it's
the ball's gone. But then when you slow it down and you get his foot next to the ball, it's like, oh, it's close. To me, once the majority of the ball is on that other side of the line, and it's like probably like that much space between the line and the ball, but the ball's pretty much out. The ball's out.
But that's not the rule, though.
No, I get that. But what I'm trying to say is that for you to make, and this is the problem, and this is what Kels is saying about small margins. For you to make the decision of you saying, or them saying, oh, you know what, we couldn't be conclusive. To me, it's better you don't give a goal than you alter the course of a game by giving a goal.
It's clear and obvious.
That's what I'm trying to do. Because
the majority of the ball was out.
The point is, it's not. But the rule isn't majority of the ball, so you can't say it's clear and obvious.
It's the whole ball. But what I'm trying to say to you is that, all right, so then you shouldn't say things like we couldn't conclusively say, because we need you to be conclusive.
Yeah.
So in that, I think they should not, just because you're not sure shouldn't mean, well, give them a goal. Not sure should be like, well, we're going to err on the side of caution here and just say the ball was out.
But you always give the advantage has always been with the attacker.
Okay, so but then let's talk about,
and if it's not conclusive enough to rule it out, then I don't see how they can rule it out on a whim. That's madness to me.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you is
but they can't give it on a whim either.
But they're not giving it on a whim. They're giving it on not having enough to rule it out. It's different.
Both incidents went to VAR. So the ball was out. That went to VAR. They said no, the ball wasn't out. Right? The push in the back of Gabriel's head, they went to that too. When I watched it back, I almost felt to retract my statement on I'm with Gary Neville, because when I've watched that back now, you can clearly see Joe Linton's both hands mushing dude in the back of the neck.
Yeah, if you think I think it's two different cases.
No, I understand. But what I'm trying to say is you have two incidences where you shouldn't give a goal. More than two instances where you should give a goal.
And do you know what was even mentioned? Yeah. The fact that the ball rolled on Joe Linton's hand. No one even mentioned that.
So I say all of that to say this.
Watching it on an American a broadcast, they were speaking about the handball.
But did Joe Linton score the goal?
Joe Linton handled the ball.
No, but the rule is if it's not the guy who scores the goal, if they don't think the handball's intentional, then it will stand.
No, I get that. But what I'm trying to say is before we even get
genuinely
before we even get to whether or not the ball touches arm or whatever, my biggest issue is this. You're giving a goal for something you're not sure about. Problem. That's an issue. He's clearly fouled him. That's issue number 2. Then we can move to issue number 3, say it's a handball. But before we even get to the handball, the only reason he's handballed it is because both of his arms are in the back of dude's neck, pushing him forward, so he can gain an advantage. That is a foul. You not knowing whether or not the ball is out, you shouldn't be giving a goal. If I don't know something, or I can't tell you, because that's what VAR is here for, to be conclusive and make decisions that the referees see or don't see that they need to rectify, whatever the case may be, right? So
The push and the ball being out, they're two different
No,
cases.
they're two different things, but in the same incident.
Well,
And that's what I'm trying to
It's
say.
the same incident,
I think
but
the point you're making
one doesn't impact the other. The ball being out.
Well, no, it does.
It doesn't.
It does. You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's clear as day is this. If they rule the balls out, then what happens in the box doesn't happen.
It's two different cases.
Okay. All I'm saying
think
is,
the fact
at the end of the day,
was-
the ball ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And for both reasons, you shouldn't be given a goal.
I think what he was talking about, the reason why he's brought up the two scenarios is because he's saying that fine margins can alter the course of a game. That game can change the course of a league. Do you understand what I'm saying?
ultimately.
Fine margins. And if you're not sure and you're not conclusive, then why would you award something to a team to say, you know what, we're not sure, let me give it? That doesn't make sense to me.
I'd much rather, like, in the sense of like this, right? If me and you run to a touchline and the ball's rolling out, right? And as the ball's rolling out, the ball rolls out, but you rob it and get it back, and now you've crossed it, and they head it in, right? Take the foul out of it. The fact is I'm screaming to the referee, the ball's gone out, right? Newcastle, Arsenal players are saying the ball's gone out. You've now, VAR have cameras to look at this. From my understanding, they said we don't have that angle.
It's happened before.
Right. So at that point, that's even more inconclusive. So you're adding on, why would you now give Newcastle a goal if you are just not sure of your decision?
Because you're asking them to take away the goal based on not being sure.
Yeah, but this is how we get into the realm of apology.
I don't think so.
No, they're not going to apologize. What I'm saying is, this is how we get to this realm, because in any sense of the situation, in any sense of if these decisions being made, you're inconclusively giving goals or decisions versus another team.
But that is based on circles. That is based on
both ways.
that is based on the tech.
Yeah.
That's it. So if there was more cameras in the stadium, in any stadium, that is for VAR, then it would be conclusive.
What do you think about touchline cameras?
What do you mean?
So you're not ball on technology.
Yeah.
What do you think about touchline like cameras?
I think to be honest, bro, I think let's not get silly with it. I think we've got enough, to be honest.
Okay.
I think let's not get.
let me reverse this then. What about if Arsenal in a relegation battle?
What about if they weren't?
And then that's the situation. It's the goal that wins the game, and they get relegated.
But it is what it is because
So
before VAR,
Comfortable with human error.
it was just the referee.
Yeah.
And in reality, just the referee. He's not seeing that's gone out. They're not.
He's probably calling it out.
Huh?
He's probably going to call it out.
He's probably going to call it out.
No, what I'm saying, but what I'm saying,
He's
what
not
I'm saying
calling
is-
that.
But you know the difference is, I just think,
And then, sorry to cut you. If
Yeah.
he does, he's called it and he's called it wrong, and we live with that and we move, and maybe the other team gets relegated.
but I think the problem is that we're doing too much of we live with it.
I think VAR should have reduced the amount of human error, and it hasn't.
It's
That's
increased
the
it.
problem.
It's
I
increased
think
human
if
error.
anything, what we need to. That's why. And now it's like, all right, cool. Maybe scrap VAR, because if human error is increasing and it's costing teams, the league's not even like how it was back in the day. The league is so tight now that these fine margins are being made up.
Huge.
And what makes it worse is the apologies afterwards. They're almost becoming insulting. It's like we're seeing PGMOL apologize like once
Almost
a week.
every other week.
What, every other week?
So I think what's it? Stephen Warnock. He's played for Liverpool. He's on Sky Sports now.
Yeah.
He said that he thinks all managers should come together. Let's go talk to Howard Webb and see what could be done about this whole situation. But then you go backwards and you look at Mike Dean and Paul Merson having an argument a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw
where he
that.
was like, "Well, you don't know the rules."
I saw that.
All right. So he's like, "You don't know the rules." So, and he's like, "Yeah, but players play the game. You never played the game." I think we're entering a realm where we're basically saying, even if they did all band together and say, "Listen, we need to really talk about this decision making stuff," they wouldn't listen to a word they're saying.
I basically you won't get to a
unanimous
conclusion. You won't get to a conclusion.
But everyone's been wronged. Everyone's been wronged.
Welcome to the Near Post podcast. You are through. You are here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe.
Subscribe twice. That's why you can't do this.